Hello everyone, welcome to the video explanation for Brian Passwater's Topic 2.8 Part 2 Notes, Example 3. Example 3 says the graph of function f is defined over the interval -2 to 8 as shown in the graph above. Let f inverse represent the inverse of f. Alright, so we're going to try to do this with a little bit less preparation this time. We're simply going to state the domain and the range of f. So starting with the domain of f, well, we know that already. It was told to us in the problem. It is the interval -2 to 8. This is your domain, shown right there in the problem. Okay. Then we need to know the range as well. So the range of f, well, that's the minimum value, which is -3, to the maximum value, which is 7. So the range, bottom to top, would be -3 to 7. That is the values that y, the output, can be. Okay, so remember what this means. This means that the output and input will get switched in the inverse. So when it says what is the maximum value of f inverse of x, we would say to ourselves, well, the max value of f inverse of x is the highest x value of f. It's the right endpoint of the domain. So the answer to that would be the max value of f inverse would be the right endpoint of the domain, 8. Okay, and again, this comes from the fact that the domain of the inverse would be equal to the range of the original function, and the range of the input, or of the inverse, would be the domain. Okay? Again, we know that maximum value of f inverse is going to be that right endpoint of the range of the inverse, which is equal to the right endpoint of the domain of the original function. Okay, then we go to f inverse of 3. Well, remember what that's asking. That's saying, what is the x-coordinate that has an output of 3? Look right here. Okay, there's 3. The x value is 2. So f inverse of 3 would equal 2 because f of 2 is equal to 3, and we switch those inputs and outputs. F inverse of 1, same deal, look for the 1, and then go down and find the x. The x would be 3. So because f of 3 is equal to 1, f inverse of 1 is equal to 3. Finally, what is the domain of the inverse? Well, that's equal to the range of the function, which is -3 to 7 would be the domain of the inverse. That does it for example 3.